What the? Hi guys, welcome back to this week's episode. A couple of weeks ago I mentioned that I would be making a video about the WhatNot platform and my experiences on it. In this video I'll be giving you a couple of reasons to be wary, but not to be put off completely from the platform, and then I'll give you a couple of tips as well towards the end, stuff that you can maybe try and things to look out for, and just a couple of ways that you might maximize your hunt for some bargains on the platform. Alright, so let's get into it. Two of these packages, I've got 4 packages. 2 of the packages, if you have followed along on the channel and also on my Instagram feed, you will have seen two of the 4 packages, and then I'll just open up the other 2 as well. I'll give you a quick recap. Just finding the okay. So this was my first purchase off the platform. It was a couple of months ago. I think I only posted this on Instagram, and that is the 68 Copa Camaro. This was the I believe it was the C case for 2023, the Super Treasure Hunt. Got this at a very good price. I didn't get this on an auction or on a live stream. If you're not familiar with the platform, it's sort of a Twitch meets eBay sort of vibe. You have the ability to interact with the sellers and the streamers by way of sort of a live chat while they're doing a show. Some people just do shows on WhatNot. They don't necessarily sell anything on the platform, but the function is there, the facility is there, to run live auctions during streams. And I'll get onto that when I get to the tips part. But things to be wary of. I suppose, I suppose it depends on what category and what genre you're joining the platform for. In our case, when we follow a lot of diecast collectors on YouTube, and a lot of them run WhatNot shows and live streams and auctions. So the more the well-known, the established YouTubers or content creators or collectors, you can't really go wrong with those guys if you're looking at sort of safe sellers, because they have a presence on other platforms, and obviously if something untoward was to happen on the platform, it would taint their other it would have a knock-on effect on their other presence as well, and on their reputation on other platforms. So yeah. It's the old adage, you know. If a deal just sounds too good to be true, it usually is. It's a boring old cliche, but it always rings true, especially when purchasing stuff online. And then the second thing is yes, it has the site has the platform rather has a rating system. Make use of it and do your due diligence. Have a look at their reviews, what the reputation on the site is like, what the frequency of their shows are like, and get some feedback from previous buyers. So I mean it's the same as with any of these sorts of platforms. You will get your fly-by-night guys taking a chance at scamming people, and there are plenty of scams about. The more common ones are usually stuff that gets switched out during live auctions. So what you end up bidding on is not the end product that you're getting. And although there is some protection and there are return policies, I mean, if you're talking $10 cars, $15 cars, it might not be worth your while, and it'll cost you more just sending the stuff to and fro. And that's obviously what they're bargaining on, is that the value of these is at such a level that it might not be worth your while to follow up after being scammed. So that's the probably the main stuff to look out for is do your due diligence, try and see if there's some sort of seller history that you can go back on, have a look at the feedback, and then also try and stick to the guys that you know off other platforms. All of the guys that I have purchased from, or live streams that I've attended, or live auctions that I've attended, I've all of them I've sort of followed from YouTube or Instagram, guys that I've been following for months and years, that run occasional live streams and live auctions on WhatNot. Those are usually your safe bets, and also because you not that you know the person, but you have an idea of what the person is like, what their personality is like. You obviously, if you can interact with, or you are provided with the facility to interact with these guys, sometimes that's a good way to strike a good deal on these platforms. Is to you get to know the guys a bit better and see if you can work something out. Most of them are open to trades as well, so it's not all just cash sales on the site. Okay, so that's that was my first purchase off the platform. I was very happy with the packaging, the speed of shipping, the fact that it came in a protector that wasn't necessarily stated in the listing. Yeah, that's always a plus for me. You can always tell when it's a fellow collector packaging your stuff up for you. And then one that I featured just the other week. This brings me on to my first bit of advice or tip. The advice part is just watch your back, but the Toyota Supra. Okay, so what I found with this one how I found this one is I was attending a live. It was an auction, but it was a massive auction. It was a live stream running for more than 4 hours. I'll link the names of the sellers that I have supported down below if you want to check them out. And also I have a referral code that you can use. I'll also link that in the description below. If you use that to sign up, you will get some credit to use on the platform, and it doesn't have to be specific sellers, specific genres. You can use it across the whole platform on anything that you like at any stage. Okay, but going back to this one, it was a massive live stream. The guy had it, and his name escaped me. It'll be downstairs, down in the description below. And I'll link which ones I got which cars from. He had it all set up, like his tables of stuff that he was setting. He had it set up in this garage of his, and he'd sort of pause it every now and again and get up and have a little walk around and show off his like real cars, and he had a couple of cars outside the garage, and so he'd walk outside, come back in. And that brings me to tip number one: is pick the big streams. The big auctions. I think he was running like 500 lots in that stream that night. That was night for me. I think it was evening for him as well. But here it was the middle of the night. And by just sort of sticking around when other people might be nodding off, they might be getting up to do something else, they might not, want to sit through a couple of hours of auctions. I could tell before this lot came up that there were a couple of people hanging around specifically for the Supra. I wasn't, to be perfectly honest, and it just the show just took a bit of a dip in intensity, and there was a bit of a lull, and he had a little walk around, and he came back, and the lot just came up, and it started out, and the auctions go very quickly. That's the other thing, is if it's a quiet auction, I think it gives you like 9 seconds or 10 seconds to actually place your bid. As soon as you place your bid, the auction is extended by a couple of seconds, but it goes very quickly. And this is how I scored it. I just put in a bid, and it went so quickly that there were very few responses. I think I bid maybe twice, and then I got it. And there were still people you could tell people coming back into the live show like half an hour later, and it's going, oh no, I'm still sticking around for the Supra, and he was like, well, sorry dude, it was sold like half an hour ago. So people tend to not pay that much attention to during the big live streams, and that's a good way to get a few bargains. Is when there are many lots, long stream, attention span maybe not that long. So that's one thing to look out for. I found that in a lot of the auctions that I attended, is that if you stick around long enough, they slip in. There are a couple of bargains that slip in there. So that's how I got this one. Very stoked. I got it probably for half the market value it was going for at that stage. So glad that I did stick it out. Okay, so those are the two that you would have seen on some of my other platforms. Let's look this one in the bag. It was in a box. It didn't come in the bag, so the packaging was better than what it looks like. This one had a bit of a story, and it brings me on to my sort of second tip. As you'll see, this one in the blister, it's got some extra packaging. Okay, the brings me on to the credit. If you sign up to WhatNot the first time, depending on what the seller reputation is, you get between $10 and $15 worth of credit to spend on the platform. Spend it on any seller's auction, doesn't have to be the guy that you got the referral from. Again, if you want to sign up, use the link below. I'll give you my sign up code. You don't just go out and sign up without using a referral code. That's the main tip that I'm getting at, is don't sign up to the platform without using a referral code, because $10-15 if you're looking at supers and sort of like this one, the RX3, it's not an expensive super treasure hunt, but it's a nice one. I ended up some of the guys do enable the facility to put in an offer like you would on certain eBay listings as well. So you can either buy it outright, or you can wait for an auction, or you can put in an offer. And this one had a damaged blister. The card, I think, was okay. Yeah, the card looks fine. It's got like a slight nick in the one corner, but it's not nothing too terrible. And he had it marked down quite substantially anyway. And then I just negotiated a bit further, and I also requested that they just slip it into a protector for me. I did say, look, it's going to be traveling quite a distance. I don't mind that the blister is damaged. I mean, he was up front and he had plenty of pictures to show the damage. I knew exactly what I was getting, and I said, okay, look, if he was willing to go down in price a little bit more, and then obviously I'd pay extra for the protector. It's a sterling protector, so it's nice and sturdy. And I used my credit on this one. So I ended up paying, I think, just for the ride, could have been $5 or $6. So that's the sort of thing that if you play the game well, and you just, if you take the time to sort of strike up a conversation with the sellers and get to know them a bit better, and not be, don't be an arse on the site. Just treat people like human beings. Talk to them. They're all fellow collectors. We're all in this game together. Try a bit of negotiating skills without putting in an insane offer. Don't insult the person, but find out if there's some leeway, especially if there is some damage to the packaging, to the card, if you can spot some damage on the card itself. But I was pretty happy with this one. This is one that we missed here anyway, so glad to pick up the Mad Mike RX3, especially since there are a few Mad Mike cars out at the moment, and a few more coming still. So yeah, not too bad. And then the one that I obviously raised my eyebrows at the beginning of the video. If you open up the package, first thing and the only thing you see is a loose basic of the super that you're hoping to find. Then yeah, heart skips a beat a bit, but underneath some of the bubble wrap in the box, you have the real thing sturdily packed in a diamond protector. I'm starting to like these diamond protectors. Actually, they're quite good. We have a local guy that manufactures protectors, and I still prefer his method. His has the two-piece design. If you go back to my previous videos, I did show a couple of those as well. I like the two-piece where the whole back comes off, and when you fit it, you can clip it in all the way around. What I like about the diamond protectors is they have sort of like a hinge effect. The plastic doesn't. I don't think this is going to focus on the hinge, but anyway, it has like a hinge running down the side. So it's not a fold. Like even the official Mattel protectors, they've got the fold at the bottom, which makes the clamshell sort of look the design, and this hinge just makes the all four sides clip in nice and flush. So you have. I guess this is almost waterproof, not even just dust proof. But yeah, the 81 Camaro was the last super of 2022, so it's an older one. But I liked the combination of these two. I thought these two made quite the cool pair of Camaros. One from the art cars series and one more in a racing livery, but still, yeah. I like the bold colors. Have them side by side. Yeah, like these. So yeah, those are my experiences and my advice for using the WhatNot platform. It's not all doom and gloom, not all scammers and cheats. If you stick to the people that you know, or get to know the people first, do your due diligence, and just pay attention. Some of the shows and the auctions run a bit long, though. That's usually the time to stick around and pay attention and see if you can't snatch a few bargains. And you never know what you might end up with. I have only so far gotten super treasure hunts off the site. I have had a look at other series like maybe car culture, chase cars. Those tend to be on the more expensive side still. So I do find with the super treasure hunts, there's a bit more play with the pricing. It's not all like an exact amount or like a standard amount that you get with some of the other chase models. Even the premiums seem to be fairly expensive. You're looking at about double or more like peg prices so far. Admittedly, it's usually the more sought after ones that are on the listings, but still, I do find that a bit expensive still. But as with anything, you just keep your ear to the ground, and yeah, might pay off in the end. So that's it for this week. I hope you found this informative and reassuring. Hopefully, there are good people on the site, and like I said, I will be listing the guys that I've bought from below. They've all been very approachable, very honest. shipping I found very reasonable price-wise and very quickly. They shipped quickly. That's it. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's all you need to know to go forth and see what you can uncover, what you can find. See you guys again next week. Keep well. Cheers.